Welcome to Mulcahy Nickolaus. The following safety orientation was created through collaboration with the Minnesota Drywall and Plaster Association, trade partner safety professionals, and industry experts to promote a safe and successful work environment for all. Every year, in the construction industry, over 150,000 workers are injured on the job. Falls alone, including slips, trips, and falls, account for nearly 40% of all fatalities. But here's the truth. Most accidents are preventable, and prevention starts with you. A strong safety program isn't just policies and procedures, it's about attitude. It's about cooperation between management, employees, and every worker on site. When we look out for one another, we protect more than ourselves. We protect our families, our teams, and our future. This orientation will guide you through the standards, expectations, and practices that keep our job sites safe. Let's get started. Professionalism on the job site isn't optional, it's essential. Every action you take affects your safety, your team, and the reputation of your company. Drug and alcohol use, fighting, and horseplay are not permitted on any project. Anyone who violates this policy will be removed from the site. There are no exceptions. Personal cell phones, radios, and other listening devices are not allowed during work periods. They distract from the task at hand, and distractions cause accidents. Save them for breaks and lunch periods. Employees may not use or be under the influence of alcohol, cannabis, illegal drugs, inhalants, or abuse prescription medications while on company property or at a project site. Companies reserve the right to conduct drug and alcohol testing in accordance with federal and state laws, including for reasonable suspicion or following an incident. If you need help, support and confidential counseling services are available through your company and union programs. Professionalism is more than following rules. It's about respect for your work, your crew, and yourself. Every choice you make on site reflects your commitment to safety and quality. MDPA and its members are committed to providing a safe, respectful workplace for everyone. As part of this commitment, there is zero tolerance for workplace violence in any form. Workplace violence includes verbal or physical harassment, threats, confrontations, and actions that make others feel unsafe, as well as damage or abuse of property. If you're facing a personal situation involving violence or potential violence, you're encouraged to speak with management or the safety director. If you witness or become aware of a threat or incident, you must report it immediately to your supervisor or foreman and to the safety director. Safety is everyone's responsibility, and speaking up protects you and your team. Emergencies can happen at any time. Whether it's a severe storm, a medical emergency, a fire, or a chemical hazard, knowing what to do and acting quickly keeps everyone safe. Every accident, injury, and near miss, no matter how small, must be reported to your supervisor and the general contractor. Reporting protects everyone and helps prevent future incidents. If an emergency evacuation is called, go to the designated gathering area immediately and remain there until you receive instructions from your site supervisor. Never leave the job site without permission. Roll call ensures everyone is accounted for. On every project, you are required to follow all emergency preparedness protocols set by the property owner or general contractor. Depending on the situation, you may need to exit the building and gather outside or stay indoors and shelter in place. Preparedness is part of professionalism. Stay calm, follow instructions, and always know your muster point. Your safety and your team's safety depends on it. Safety isn't just the responsibility of your supervisor or the safety director, it's a shared responsibility. Every worker on site plays a role in preventing accidents and keeping the job site safe. If you see something unsafe, say something. Speaking up could be the reason someone avoids injury or a catastrophic incident. Regular inspections of job sites and equipment are essential. You are encouraged to participate in daily inspections, helping identify unsafe physical conditions or work practices that might otherwise go unnoticed. Unsafe working conditions should be reported immediately to your foreman, superintendent, or safety director so they can be corrected without delay. You also have the authority to refuse unsafe work and to stop any unsafe task from proceeding until the hazard is addressed. No job is so urgent or important that it's worth risking your life or the safety of others. Every employee is expected to follow established safe job procedures, posted warning signs, and company rules at all times. You are to perform only the work you are trained, assigned, and properly instructed to complete. If you do not understand a task, piece of equipment, or safety procedure, ask your supervisor or a qualified coworker before proceeding. If a task involves new equipment, a new process, or additional personal protective equipment, training will always be provided to ensure you're confident and prepared before starting work. If an OSHA compliance officer visits your job site, remain calm, professional, and cooperative. If they take pictures as well. If you don't understand a question, politely ask them to repeat it. Professionalism in these moments protects both you and your company. Safety communication happens every day. Attend all required safety meetings, toolbox talks, and committee meetings as directed by your supervisor or general contracting partners. These sessions provide critical updates on hazards, new equipment, and changes to safety procedures or OSHA regulations. Stretching is also part of working safely. Before each shift, employees are encouraged to complete a personal stretch routine. If the general contractor requires a morning group stretch, participation is mandatory. These brief routines help prepare your body for physical tasks, reduce strain, and lower the risk of sprains and other soft tissue injuries. Your health and welfare are a top priority. Violations of safety policies may result in disciplinary action, up to and including termination, because nothing is more important than ensuring every worker goes home safely at the end of the day. When every worker takes safety seriously, we create a culture where hazards are spotted early, accidents are avoided, and job sites run smoothly. Safety is not just compliance, it's a shared commitment. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, is your first line of defense on the job site. Everyone entering a project must be dressed appropriately and wear all required PPE: a hard hat, safety glasses, a high-visibility vest or shirt, a sleeved shirt, and long pants. Additional protection, such as gloves, earplugs, dust masks, or fall arrest equipment, is required whenever hazards are present. High-visibility garments are mandatory in high-traffic areas, and all prescription eyewear must meet ANSI Z87.1 standards with side shields. All PPE must be maintained in a sanitary, reliable condition. Whether it's company-issued or personally owned, the company will ensure it meets safety standards, is properly maintained, and is safe to use. Damaged or defective PPE is never allowed, and company-issued gear will be replaced when necessary. The right PPE only works if it's worn correctly, inspected regularly, and kept in good condition. Protect yourself. Gear up before you start your shift. Inspect it, wear it, replace it. Your PPE is your first line of defense. Take care of it, and it will take care of you. You have the right to know about every chemical, piece of equipment, and physical hazard you may encounter on the job. Knowing these hazards and how to protect yourself keeps you safe. For every chemical you may use, a safety data sheet must be available. SDS sheets have 16 sections covering key information like first aid measures, handling, storage, and exposure controls. Chemical labels use 9 pictograms to quickly alert you to hazards. Learn these symbols. They are there to protect you. They include exploding bomb, flame, flame over circle, gas cylinder, corrosion, skull and crossbones, health hazard, exclamation mark, and environment. SDS sheets may be available online or in physical binders. Know where to find them before you start work. Hazards aren't just chemicals. Temperature extremes and noise can also be dangerous if you're not prepared. In hot conditions, heat stress is a serious risk. Heat exhaustion, cramps, rashes, fainting, and heat stroke can happen quickly. Stay hydrated with water, avoid energy drinks high in sugar, and wear light, breathable clothing. In extreme cold, lack of proper clothing can lead to hypothermia, frostbite, and trench foot. Wear the right layers, take warm-up breaks, and drink fluids regularly. Noise can damage your hearing over time. In construction, hearing protection is required when exposure exceeds 90 decibels. Use the hearing protection provided every time. Awareness is protection. Know your hazards, know your protections. Your right to know is your right to stay safe, and it's your responsibility to use that knowledge every day. OSHA identifies the top 4 hazards on construction sites as the focus 4. These hazards are responsible for the majority of serious injuries and fatalities. The Focus 4 hazards are falls, caught in or caught between, struck by hazards, and electrical hazards. Understanding and preventing these hazards is critical to keeping everyone on the job site safe. Falls are the leading cause of fatalities on construction sites. They often occur due to unprotected edges, improper scaffolding, or unsafe ladder use. If you are working 6 feet or more above a lower level, you must be protected from falls using guardrails, safety nets, or personal fall arrest systems. Ladders, step-up benches, or baker scaffolds without railings cannot be used if they put you above a railing, near an opening, or next to stairs. In these cases, a personal fall arrest system is required. Inspect all fall protection systems at the start of your shift. Report damaged or unsafe equipment immediately. In the event of a fall, prompt rescue must occur within 15 minutes using aerial lifts or ladders as needed. Whenever you're working 6 feet or more above the ground, fall protection is required. Use personal fall arrest systems near guardrail edges. Tie off when using pump jack scaffolds, swing stages, or boom lifts. Proper fall protection keeps you and your team safe. Inspect, protect, and work safely at every elevated task. Scaffolding is one of the most common tools on construction sites and one of the most critical to use safely. Scaffolds must meet OSHA standards, be designed by a qualified person, and built and loaded according to that design by trained personnel. Scaffolds and all their components must support their own weight plus at least 4 times the maximum intended load. Never exceed weight limits, and never modify scaffolding without approval from a competent person. Before every shift, a stop-go inspection packet must be present at the base of the scaffold. A competent person inspects all scaffolding daily. If the tag says stop, the scaffold is unsafe. If it says go, it has passed inspection and is safe to use. Always check the tag before stepping on, and never tamper with scaffolding unless you are the competent person in charge. Any change, no matter how small, must be communicated to the crew. Areas beneath scaffolds must be barricaded or marked to protect workers passing below. For rolling or freestanding scaffolds, follow the 4:1 height ratio. For every 4 feet of height, the base must be 1 foot wide. Outriggers must be used and casters locked while you work. Stilts are sometimes used for elevated drywall and plaster work and are addressed alongside scaffolding because they affect how you work at height. Inspect stilts before each use, checking straps, fasteners, springs, and connections for wear or damage. Use stilts only on firm, level, debris-free surfaces and never on stairs or highly uneven flooring. Stilts may be used on large area scaffolds only when the scaffold's guardrail system has been raised to match the additional height of the stilts. The guardrail height must increase by the same amount as the stilt's added height. This is required under OSHA standards 1926.452V and 1926.451B. Never modify stilts without manufacturer approval. If your stilts are damaged, unstable, or not approved for the task, remove them from service immediately and notify your supervisor. By following these rules, proper design, daily inspections, safe load limits, and clear communication, you make scaffolding a safe and reliable tool for every drywall and plaster job. Safe ladder use is the responsibility of every employee. This includes selecting the correct ladder, inspecting it before each use, using it properly, and reporting any unsafe conditions immediately. Following these practices helps prevent falls and serious injuries. Inspect ladders at the start of every shift. Look for damaged, bent, broken, or missing rungs, rails, or other components. Any ladder found to be defective must be removed from service immediately. Never attempt to use a ladder that is damaged. Replacement ladders are provided to keep you safe. Step ladders must be fully opened with the braces locked. Never climb the back of a step ladder unless the ladder is specifically designed for that purpose. Step ladders may not be used while leaned against a wall, post, or support beam unless specifically designed for lean-safe use. Employees must not stand on the top 2 rungs of an A-frame ladder. Always maintain 3 points of contact, 2 hands and 1 foot or 2 feet and 1 hand while climbing. Keep your body centered between the side rails and lean slightly forward into the ladder when working overhead. Do not overreach, sit on the top, or turn your back to the ladder. Extension ladders must be set up with a 4:1 ratio, 1 foot out for every 4 feet of height, and extend at least 3 feet above the landing surface. The top and bottom must be secured to prevent shifting or falling. If a ladder passes through a floor opening, the opening must be protected with a guardrail system, with an offset for safe access to the ladder. Walk-through extensions are also acceptable when used properly. Always use ladders according to the manufacturer's instructions and OSHA regulations. Keep your waist centered between the rails and never overreach. Always face the ladder while climbing or working overhead. Proper selection, inspection, and use of ladders ensures everyone on the job site stays safe. While the Focus 4 hazards, falls, caught in, struck by, and electrical apply to every job site, drywall and plaster work often involves elevated tasks. Using equipment safely, such as a mobile elevated work platform, known as MEWP, is essential to prevent falls and other serious injuries. MEWPs often replace ladders and scaffolding and may be used indoors or outdoors whenever work must be performed at height. Only trained employees are allowed to operate an MEWP. Before using the equipment, employees must complete a pre-start checklist. This includes checking for visible damage, verifying tires, arms, cables, and hydraulic lines, ensuring batteries are fully charged, confirming console and ground controls work properly, and making sure the equipment is on stable ground, free of debris with sufficient overhead clearance. Employees may never modify an MEWP, and they must not be used within 10 feet of high-voltage power lines. Anyone using a boom-style lift is required to wear an approved harness and fall restraint system at all times. By following proper MEWP procedures, performing inspections, and wearing the required fall protection, you can safely complete elevated drywall and plaster work every day. Caught in or caught between incidents occur when workers are crushed or trapped by equipment, materials, or moving objects. For excavations, subcontractors must provide barricades and ladders. A competent person must inspect the area daily for hazards and determine safeguards. Stay alert and follow all posted barriers and warning signs. Struck by hazards happen when a person is hit by an object or moving equipment. Avoid distractions like phones while walking the site. Equipment operators have blind spots. Assume they can't see you. Awareness of your surroundings is key to preventing these incidents. Electricity is a serious workplace hazard that can cause shocks, electrocution, fires, and explosions. Only the electrical subcontractor should install, move, or re-energize temporary power and lighting. Report damaged cords, exposed wiring, or downed lines immediately. If you see a lockout tag, do not enter the area. Contact the worker listed on the tag first to confirm it is safe to enter. If wires or overhead power lines appear de-energized, always assume they are live until you receive confirmation. Inspect all electrical cords daily and remove any damaged cords from service immediately. Always use a GFCI, ground fault circuit interrupter, during tasks. Follow all instructions regarding power sources and never attempt electrical work that you're not trained to perform. By staying alert to the Focus 4 hazards, falls, caught in or caught between, struck by, and electrical, you protect yourself and your team. All hand and power tools, whether provided by the employer or employee, must be maintained and ready for safe use. Any tool deemed unsafe must be removed from service immediately and replaced. Machine guards may never be removed, in accordance with OSHA and manufacturer standards. Powder-actuated tools may only be operated by employees trained and authorized by a competent person. Safety glasses must be worn at all times when using these tools. Lasers currently in use do not emit radiation, but looking directly into the beam can cause eye damage. Signage must be displayed whenever lasers are in use. Proper inspection, training, and adherence to safety standards ensure that tools are used safely every day. All flammable and combustible materials, including fuels for cutting and burning torches, must be stored, handled, and piled with care, considering their fire and environmental hazards. These materials may only be kept in locations approved by the building owner or general contractor. Flammable liquids must be stored outdoors in approved containers and dispensed safely into acceptable safety containers. No smoking, matches, or open flames are allowed within 50 feet of areas where flammable liquids or gases are used, transferred, or stored unless greater clearance is required. Smoking is only allowed in designated areas. A fire extinguisher must be present when cutting, welding, or using saws. Always be prepared to act quickly in case of a fire. While asbestos is no longer used, it can still be found in buildings during demolition. Common forms include sprayed or troweled-on surfacing, insulation on pipes, boilers, and ducts, as well as wallboard, ceiling tiles, and floor tiles. Our general contracting partners usually handle asbestos abatement before we begin work. If you encounter asbestos or even suspect it may be present, stop work immediately and notify the safety director. Under no circumstances should you disturb or remove asbestos-containing materials. Safety always comes first. Respirable crystalline silica particles are 100 times smaller than ordinary sand. Materials such as stone and concrete contain crystalline silica. All fireproofing, masonry, drywall, and concrete products are presumed to contain trace amounts of silica, as noted on their SDS. On a construction project, you may be exposed to silica when other subcontractors are mixing, cutting, grinding, sanding, or drilling these materials. All workers must follow OSHA Table 1 guidelines for silica-producing tasks, which may include using HEPA-filtered vacuums, proper filtration, or wet methods to control dust. Awareness and proper controls help protect everyone on the job site. Lead-lined drywall is a specialty product commonly used in the construction of radiology rooms and other medical facilities. Handling this material requires specific knowledge and training. Only employees who have been properly trained are permitted to handle, store, or dispose of lead-lined drywall. All others should avoid contact and alert a trained team member if assistance is needed. Proper storage, safe handling, and correct disposal of this material are critical to protecting workers and maintaining a safe job site. Housekeeping on the job site is more than keeping things tidy. It's a critical part of safety. Daily housekeeping is mandatory. This includes removing debris, properly storing tools and materials, and securing items to prevent trips, falls, or falling objects. A clean and organized job site reduces hazards, protects workers, and ensures the project runs smoothly. Your commitment to daily housekeeping keeps everyone safe. Remember, safety starts with a clean workspace. Take responsibility for your area every day. Safety is everyone's responsibility. By following proper procedures, wearing the right protective equipment, staying alert to hazards, and maintaining clean and organized work areas, you help protect yourself and your team. Remember, the knowledge and practices you've learned in this orientation are tools to ensure that every shift ends safely. Stay aware, stay prepared, and stay safe.